Hey guys, I'm gonna chill out with Sub-07 and welcome back. Let's play The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time 3D. Last time, we found ourselves entering the Shadow Temple, the next major temple of the game, and acquiring for ourselves the hover boots, allowing us to quietly float on air for a brief moment at the cost of having ice physics. This time, we're doing what the game told us to do, and we are getting blown by the wind through a fake wall to progress further. Now we've got some Gibdos in here. Let's take off these shoes so that we can actually more easily deal with them. And by that I mean play the song of our people. Yeah, Sun Song is pretty much your answer for this. Because it still immobilizes both of them. Let's just be careful with this, and he's dead. Focus again. Attack like crazy. Uh-oh, I missed. Got him. And that does it for both of them, nice. And killing both of them also gets us a chest for our troubles, which will most likely contain a key. What do we got? Let me guess. $5. That's not a key. Yeah, they're kind of tricksy with it, because if you look carefully at the map, you'll notice there's actually a second chest here. Turn on that lens of truth. You may not see anything at first, but that's because they're pulling a double whammy on you. They're hiding it under some bones. Pull out some bombs and drop it in this spot. And there it is. For our troubles, the actual key. Nice and easy. Avoid the spike trap or get hit by it if you really feel like it, I guess. Apparently that's what I was thinking. And let's advance onwards. Oh, it's this area. This area is actually really cool. First things first though, look upwards. You'll notice Navi tries to go up. Pull out your ocarina and play the Scarecrow song. There's another secret compartment that you might not have even realized is there, because we gotta be real picky about where it is. Come on. Please, come out. Pierre, I know you're here. I know you can hear me. Come on. This damn Scarecrow, I swear. Sometimes Pierre really doesn't like it unless you're in a very specific spot, so this might take a minute. For now, let's actually do what we're supposed to do and pull this block. Because we can hear the gold Skulltula from here. Pull it over here, and obviously we just pull it over there so we can access the ladder. But that's not the only place we want to have it be. Let's see if we can just put this right here for now. Let's climb up this way. Because we can hear the Skulltula. We just can't see it. Let's see if we can try the Scarecrow song from here. Luckily, I just have to mash on the L button a bit and then press R once. Still nothing? Where is he? He's supposed to appear, but he is really being stingy about this. For now, we can also climb this chain link fence upwards. Because way up here at the top... Come on. Come on. Is actually a link all the way down here. Remember a while back when I said this was the gates of hell? Turns out no, this actually just leads you to a path you can't progress to. Wonderful, the block moved back into place like an asshole. We do get a fairy though here if we need it. I personally don't really, but I'm just gonna cap this for safety. I forgot that the block doesn't go back where it's supposed to unless you actually put it there all the way. So we got a bit of a trekking to do to get all the way back. I suppose while we're doing this, I could mention, it's been a bit since last recording session. If I sound a bit tired, that's just kind of part of what's been going on with me. I've been stuck on pet sitting duty, let's go with, and having to deal with a lot of animals, some of which are anxiety-ridden, makes it a bit of a challenge to find time to record. We're making an exception for this, but it's hard. But come on, we gotta finish the Shadow Temple when we were right here. Okay. Let's see if I can actually remember the way that we're supposed to go forward. Because I believe it is this way. But I have to go a different route around here. Which way was it? Ow. That's the way we came from. Come on. Like, come on, Link. We've done this before. It's okay. Maybe it actually was a different direction. Let me try and head back out. Because I hope to God I did not actually get this confused. Because I'm fairly certain I know where I'm going. It's just been a while. Okay, that's the map room, which means the other room is the one to the right of us. Or no, the left of us. Nope, that's the wrong way as well. I am really turned around this place, and that just comes with the territory of me being kind of exhausted. We're still doing this though, because I think we can handle this. Okay, you get your one lucky shot, but you're dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Nice try, you dumb spider. I don't really know why they keep trying the whole Skulltula trick, because after the first attempt, you just kind of figure it out pretty easily. So it doesn't become that scary. Especially since if you got the hearts like I do, you can just kind of run past everything. I suppose that's probably like the way of thinking is that this was the first 3D Zelda, so they're just trying to figure things out as well. Because I know some people like, let's talk about this right now because I think it's a good time for this. Ocarina of Time often gets kind of shafted on as being, quote, the game that everyone talks shit about, because first 3D Zelda, always gonna come with a lot of chinks in the armor, all that jazz. But I still think Ocarina of Time is a fairly solid game, even if some people like to talk a lot of trash about it. Do I think it's the best game in the series? I don't know about that, but I still think it's a solid game, and I've enjoyed my time with it over the years, so I don't think I'm gonna give it that much harsh penalty for being a little bit safe in some areas. Okay, we are supposed to head to the left here. No, we're not. But yeah, I've just always enjoyed Ocarina of Time, even if I'm not the biggest fan of the original version. I think the 3DS version is the only way you should play this game. Unless you got save states like in the eShop re-releases or Switch Online. But otherwise, yeah. Right, okay, we need iron boots. Where did I put those? Right there. I do gotta admit, though, I kind of appreciate that the Shadow Temple finds an excuse for having both the iron and hover boots. Because since you got both of them, might as well use both. You don't really see much of the iron boots usage at all after the Water Temple, but it is kind of neat that they actually go, yeah, no, you can actually use both of them here, why not? Wait for the fans to stop, switch back to the hover boots. And go fast so you don't fall into the pit. Thanks to the power of the boots, we can also thankfully get through this without much hassle. Oh god, that could have been bad. Alright, blow me. And treat me to a nice dinner first, at least. Because that was a bit too obvious of a setup, and I'm just going to ignore it. Now let's try this again. Because I do actually want this to work. Hold the block all the way this time. And yeah, we can definitely hear the Skulltula. It is up on the top layer of this. It unfortunately is a layer that we can't reach, but still. I'm thinking we have to be a bit higher vertically in order to reach it is the problem. At least that's my guess. So let's just push this into place and see if we can do something about that. I do think it's also worth noting, the Shadow Temple does not actually have any sort of big differences in it between versions. There is, like, less blood, I guess, visually on the Dead Hand, but there's no, like, music changes like the Fire Temple or big visual overhauls like the Water Temple to make it easier to navigate. I don't know, like, Shadow Temple just apparently was one of the easier dungeons to transition to 3D. Which I kind of appreciate. Okay, yep, up there is where we want to go. So we just need Navi to cooperate, and we need Pierre to remember that he's on the payroll. Come on, Pierre. Work with me here, bud. Nothing? Get up here, you stupid scarecrow. Like, what does it take for him to appear? Come on. Come on. Okay, I'm doing something wrong. Give me a second to figure this out. There you are. Jesus, you gotta wait until I'm all the way up here. Man, you are a needy-ass scarecrow. There we go. Finally, for our troubles, we get this stupid-ass bugger. Another gold Skulltula. That is... How many is that? 83. Oh my god. We are so close. Now, I've mentioned a couple times if the reward is actually worth it or not for Ocarina of Time. Probably not, I'd actually say. It's not something you really need to worry about. It's not a required thing at all. It's kind of neat, but it's not something you should focus about. Because, well, we already have a lot of what the reward is going to give us, and it's not something that's that necessary. For now, though, we're on top of this ghost ship. Play Zelda's Lullaby because we got the Triforce symbol here. Bells ring, and the ghost ship moves. This is sort of like we're transitioning the river Styx, like in Greek mythology, if you're aware of that story. I don't know why the ship's rocking so much, but yeah, you do you, ship. However, we're not alone. We got some Stalfos to deal with. Hold still. Nope. You think you can take me? Oh god, there's two of them now. Oh, yep, there he is. He finally did it. Like I said, Stalfos can sometimes just kind of kill themselves because they're dumb. They're not the brightest in the world. And when they die, they drop arrows. Nice. We are closing in on the dungeon boss as well. But there's a couple more things we gotta take care of before we get there. For one thing, we want to get off here. This is our pit stop. Because if you don't get off, the ghost ship, well, sinks into the abyss. Don't forget to get off. It's a bad idea. Then you gotta do all that again, and you gotta fight more Stalfos. However, there is one door over here that we have not yet checked out. Let's see what's over here. Oh boy. Okay, this is a room that I believe has fake walls. Yep, I can feel one. And those things over there, those are not wall masters. Those are not floor masters. Those are wall masters, I believe. They can sense you, but you can't sense them. At least you can't physically get to them through the wall. Yep, there he is. Thankfully, these buggers cannot actually send us back to the start of the dungeon. Yeah, these are floor masters, not wall masters like what we're dealing with. When it splits up, destroy all the pieces before they reunite. That's different. Floor masters, when you defeat them, split into 3. The solution to this is to do your spin attack. It will take care of most of them, and if one of them gets out of range, you can just tag the last one. Okay, he still can't quite reach us from this angle. That's good. Let's try this door. What are you? Another floor master. Sometimes the floor masters can also be invisible, so be very careful dealing with them. Okay, I got 2. I keep forgetting. So long as Lens of Truth is on, you can't use magic attacks, so you gotta be careful with that, because your spin attack does count as magic. We do get a small chest for our troubles. What are you? Because I don't think you're a key, but I could be wrong. Oh no, you're a key. Okay, sure. Let's get out of here. Unfortunately, the floor masters will respawn if left alone. So we gotta deal with them quickly. And yeah, if left alone for too long, these things will get back into large size, so you really gotta be careful when dealing with them. We gotta round the corner. Ugh, just the way these things move is unsettling. Like, disembodied hands is already kind of creepy, but when you add on just the fact that they crawl across the floor to grab you. Ugh. I mean, at least it's not as bad as Wind Waker's version, where it looks like a spectral abomination from a void. Like, that's just freaky. Okay. We haven't taken either side. We're gonna try this side first, because it has 2 chests. Uh-oh. The advancing spike wall of doom! What do we do? Well, actually, it's quite easy. First things first, you'll notice the spike wall is made of wood. If you choose to, say, pull out your fire arrows, put these bad boys up to use. Oh no, doesn't seem to be working. Okay, maybe I was wrong about that. However, Din's fire, on the other hand, can actually burn right through these. And wouldn't you know it, it has the one thing that we needed the most. The boss key. You got the boss key. Now you can get inside the chamber where the boss lurks. Wonderful. We still got a Gibdo hanging out over here, though, so we're gonna have to deal with him real fast. Let's just... Yeah, we'll put the fire arrows back in. I don't think the fire arrows can do much to this guy. Yeah, they actually can't. But a few good sword slashes in the butt will finish him off anyway. $5. Useless to us, but maybe it's useful to you. I don't know. I don't know how you've been spending your cash, or if you have been. And we got one last door that we have not checked over here. Let's get this bad boy checked out. Oh, it's this room. We got 3 skulls spinning instead of 1 this time. Kind of a bit more interesting, but not that much. Also, there is still a Skulltula for us. So just focus, blast it, and grab that token. That is every gold Skulltula token in the Shadow Temple. Nice and easy. But let's see what these tokens, what these heads got for us, shall we? Let's climb up and get to tossing. Now the game does offer you bomb flowers in the event that you've run out of bombs, which is nice. But I don't think we really need to worry about that all that much. There's 1. There's 2. And I missed the 3rd one. Missed that one as well, darn. I mean, they got plenty of bombs, so this isn't that big of a deal. There we go. What? How did that one miss? Yeah, whatever. Focus. I think that one went in. Yeah. Destroying all 3 drops a crap load of money, which I think roughly comes out to 20, 40, 60, 73-ish. Pretty decent amount of money. So if you need extra cash, by all means, come in here. And if not, get the hell out of here. I don't know why you're in here. What are you doing with your life? But we have the parts we need. We got the boss key. Let's just stab ourselves a floor master and get the hell out of Dodge. Because the less time we got to spend in here, the better. Now, you might be wondering, how the heck do we cross this moat? Because there's nothing here. There's no bridge or anything. Looks like there was one at some point, but it was destroyed. What do we do? Well, see over there? Seems like a structure, but also seems like we got some bombs sitting nice and pretty by a cracked segment of it. Shoot them and blow them up. I don't believe you have to use fire arrows because the game does not require fire arrows to beat the game. But fire arrows make more sense in my opinion, so shoot it that way. Din's fire probably also works as well. And there we do. Nice and easy, get over. More magic, the game is trying to prep you for this. Use that key to open this door. And 1 more room to go, but no floor. Turn on the lens of the truth though. Got a few paths we can take. Though, we're gonna need the hover boots for this because otherwise we can't reach. And really be careful because you can very easily overshoot. Or undershoot if you're not paying attention, so be sure to roll. Okay. Looks like that's everything. Brace yourself. Depending on how this boss goes, this can either be the easiest boss in the game or the hardest. So, be prepared. Let's do this. Nothing around. So nothing else we can do but drop in. Phantom Shadow Beast. Bongo Bongo. This is the boss of the Shadow Temple and the Shadow Beast that escaped from the well. First things first, focus on the hands. These things are your main objective. Oh god, and we just got slapped by him. Boss of the Shadow Temple revived from the well. Look at it with the Eye of Truth. If you don't do that, it will become invisible and make you very hard to see. Watch for it. And make sure that you don't have the fire arrows equipped. That was my bad. Your main goal here is to actually immobilize both those hands and then hit him directly in the eye when he charges at you. You'll be able to see this boss fight pretty effectively once you figure that part out. Wait for it. He's gonna charge. And now let's do some slashing. The big thing that is the challenge of this fight is dealing with the rhythm of the drum. They can really easily screw you up your aiming if you're not paying attention. And you gotta be really careful as well with your aiming for just actually getting the second hand. But if you're really careful, you can actually get him. And with some effective slashes, we can really easily put him into a stun lock. I recommend going after the big hand on the right. His right, I should say, that is actually bouncing you. Because otherwise, this fight is a whole lot harder. Gotcha. Now he's gonna charge. Let's get some stunning. Jump slash. One more should do it. I'm willing to bet he doesn't have much health left. This fight can be pretty intense as well because of just the banging on the bongos and the fact that he gets a whole lot faster really quickly. And if you're not careful, he'll grab you. Uh-oh. He's gonna grapple and throw us off the bongo and into the river of souls. This does damage the more that we're in here, so be careful. Okay, that's one. That's two. He's gonna charge. That's three. Jump. Got him. And so ends the terror of Bongo Bongo. The Shadow Beast is dead. And in his place, we get a heart container. And apparently the cutscene didn't work correctly. That's weird. But we are now up to 17 hearts. Absolutely wild. Let's go. Let's get out of here. The boy with the noble Zelda's Ocarina. As I expected, you have come. I am Impa, one of the Sheikah. I am Princess Zelda's caretaker, and I am also the sage who guards the Shadow Temple. We Sheikah have served the royalty of Hyrule from generation to generation as attendants. However, on that day 7 years ago, Ganondorf suddenly attacked, and Hyrule Castle surrendered after a short time. Ganondorf's target was one of the keys to the Sacred Realm, the hidden treasure of the royal family, the Ocarina of Time. My duty bound me to take Zelda out of Ganondorf's reach. When I last saw you, as we made our escape from the castle, you were just a lad. Now I see that you have become a fine hero. There's nothing to worry about. The princess is safe now. Soon you'll meet Princess Zelda face to face, and she will explain everything. That is when we, the 6 sages, will seal up the evil king and return peace to Hyrule. I have to stay here. You go to Princess Zelda's side and protect her on my behalf. Now I put my power, which should be helpful to you, into this medallion. You receive the Shadow Medallion. Impa awakens as a sage and adds her power to yours. Please look out for the princess. And that's the Shadow Temple done. The Shadow Temple wasn't causing any major disasters, so there's no real changes to the environment like it was for the Water or Fire Temple. So this actually kind of had the least amount of impact. The Forest Temple had the Deku Tree respawn as well, so every temple with the exception of this one has actually had some major event. But if we go back and check in with the townsfolk, there won't be any signs that anything is different. Yep, they'll just be saying the same thing, so in reality, this is probably the quietest reaction that we've gotten from anything. But I suppose that makes sense. It is the Shadow Temple, and the Sheikah were notoriously very ninja-like, so their deeds going unknown kind of makes sense. That being said, though, we just finished ourselves another dungeon, and we got some new toys to play with. So I think it's good that we call it here. Next time, when Let's Play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, we're gonna go on the hunt for the direction of the last temple. And more importantly, do some side questing to figure out where we're going and why it's Gerudo Valley. Till next time, ice out.